Hi everyone. We're going to go ahead and trace our hands to make an optical illusion today. We're going to use it with straight and curved lines. And you don't need a ruler or anything. Just draw the straightest lines that you can. You could do them straight across like I'm going to do on my example, or you could go for something a little unusual with a diagonal. This is a little bit harder to see, but you can when you get close up, you can see that there's fingers and a thumb. This works really well. This one's a little bit wilder too, so that you can see, but you have to really look. So these are pretty cool. They're fun to do. We're doing them in color bars, but you can also just do them in stripes across. So when you start seeing the examples of the drawing, if you say, you know what, I really like those thin lines, that's fine. But I drew mine with color bars so that you can see how to do the project. But this is your project and you do it just about any way that you like. This project looks great with markers or crayons or colored pencils. So thin lines across look really, really cool. And the videos for this project have been broken up into smaller pieces to make them easier to post because of how big they can get when I'm recording. So make sure that you watch all of the videos first before you get started. Use plain paper. Don't use writing paper because it might look really great and say, oh, okay, oh, here's some cool writing paper with the blue lines across it. I'm all set. But the holes start interfering, and the blue lines can really mess up the design that you come up with. I'd rather you have slightly crooked lines than to worry about is it straight or not, because I want it to look like your hand and whatever you're going to do for your design. Are you going to have it straight fingers? Are you going to kind of curl them up? And so it could, the blue lines on the paper could really distract from it. And you want to do all of your work in pencil first. We drew our lines pretty dark so that you could see it on the device, when I'm doing it on the camera. You don't need to be that dark, and you're going to want to do some erasing. So make sure you know that you've got a decent eraser and you write lightly, or if you want to write darker, like we did in the demonstration, we used a really good big eraser so that we didn't destroy the erasers on our pencils. And you want to make sure that you know where your lines are going before you start coloring, especially if you're using marker, so that or making thin lines across instead of the color bars that we're doing. You'll see what I mean when we start getting moving on the project and you see the lines where they curve across the fingers of the hand and the palm of the hand, and the rest of the time that they're straight. You might say, oh, that really looks great. I just want to do the thin lines across. Go for it. So this project looks really great from a distance. It's one of those cool things that you could put up on the wall and then step away from. And you say, oh, that looks really neat. How's that done? So make sure that you put your name on it and bring it back to school when we do get to come back, because when we put them all together, they look really, really amazing. And I will be online Tuesday and Wednesday. I have to keep an eye on both of my classrooms. So I'm not going to be able to walk through your project with you. Go ahead and look through your videos, and then you can let me know if you have any questions, especially about how to use class notebooks so that you can save your work. If you do, I'll probably put a page in for you today that will say hand so that you can put it in there. But if you need to add an artwork piece in your class notebook, and you can get in there where it says art assignments, and you want to make a page of your own, you can, where it says plus page down at the bottom. So that's what I'm going to be helping students with on Tuesday and Wednesday. And take your time with the project. Have a good time. You might even want to make more than one. And just do something fun. You could do all kinds of weird, twisty things with your hand, and uh, uh, different designs for your lines for experimentation. Have a good time, and I can't wait to see what you come up with, and we'll get started.